We are one. We are one. Erminita ando arue. Menatwa soruna. Erminita. We are one. We are one. There is an uprising occurring in your time-space continuum at this moment. There is a massive amount of fear-mongering that is taking place globally within your time-space continuum on this planet Earth. Knowing this should assist you in staying focused and staying centered within the positive vibrations that are emitted through the light and the love of the one creator, that which is all things, now, before, and forever. We share these words with you to assist you in becoming the enlightened beings that you already are. And this is a kind of contradiction, because how can you become something that you already are? The answer to that question is that you are becoming the enlightened beings that you already are because you have forgotten. And in the remembering of yourselves, you are once again becoming yourself. You are once again becoming the enlightened beings that you already are. You see, it is the case that the vast majority of all of you, all humankind, not every human being, but the vast majority of humans upon this planet Earth, now in this space-time continuum, have come here as fully enlightened beings at the beginning of your incarnation upon this planet Earth. You chose to come here as enlightened beings because you wished to become self-realized and self-actualized. You see, being enlightened does not mean that you are self-realized or self-actualized. But many enlightened ones do desire to become self-realized and self-actualized. So you may now be wondering, what does it mean to be self-realized? Being self-realized means that as an enlightened being, understanding the vastness of who you are, you also become more aware and in touch with the ultimate self that dwells within all beings everywhere. This would be considered the Godhead in many terms upon your planet Earth at this moment in time. It is that spark of the Creator from which we all become one. That is to say that the Creator, in parting its self, we do refer to the source creator, the prime one, that in its parting of its self to experience its self, it parted itself so many times, and those parts of itself parted themselves. And it kept going on throughout space and time. And thus, there is the human species and similar species, which are such small particles of the self, of that great I am, of the source, that they do not recall their self as the source. Once you make that recollection and recall that self that is the Godhead, then the miracles and the magical moments that so many human beings now seek to attain within their lives then becomes quite easy to experience, which is the case in many of the great wayshowers that came before this time. And there are many, and we will not mention any names because this is not about religion, and this is not even about spirituality. This is about you as the original self. You are the creator. You are the source. Now, you are not the entirety of the source. You are but a speck of the source. But you are still the source. And this is important to remember now in these moments that are now at hand, because the self does not judge. That self does not hate, and it does not hold accountable other beings for whatever is occurring within its field of experience. And this is because it knows that it is those other experiences, that it is those other forms of life. So to hold another in judgment is to hold the self in judgment. And this is not the way to become self-realized. Becoming self-realized means understanding that you are the Godhead. It means understanding that every being you encounter is the Godhead. And thus, we must take care to treat all beings as we treat self, because they too are self. In our journeys, we have come across many civilizations wherein the vast majority of their population, they have reached a state of enlightenment as to be so wondrous to behold that it is like, it would be like shining mirrors upon your earth. If everyone on your earth took a mirror and held it up to the sun all at the same time, your planet would be illuminated in light. So we have come across these places of existence in our journeys where their light has shone so brightly that the entire planet was illuminated. We share this news with you in order to encourage you to continue to seek enlightenment from within yourselves. All you need to do is to take those moments where you will sit in silence and listen to what the self has to say. Allow yourself, your little self, to hear yourself, your big self, your God self. Listen to the words, even if you cannot completely believe what it is that you are hearing, and then ask questions. And if you ask those questions, the self will answer them. We are here, we are now, we are one. We are you, but we are me. We are forever in servitude of those who join us shortly. Ermine tiarwa er nutandoare, que der ni arue corunata, peperuna er